What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we've got 10 very specific fragrances. These are fragrances that I believe can elevate anyone's collection. Now, maybe not all 10 of these will be for you, but you're bound to find something among this collection of 10 fragrances that can just take your fragrance wardrobe, your collection, no matter how big or small, to that next level. We've got niche, we've got designer. Like I said, we've probably got something for everybody here in these 10. So stay tuned. Starting with a designer that I find kind of like a reimagining, a slightly fruitier reimagining of Fahrenheit. Doesn't have all of the leather, but some of that violet smell to it, and it's a strong fruity apple note. It's refined, it's smooth, it's masculine, but there's a little edge to it of a playful side, if you will. It's Brioni Eau de Parfum. So this particular fragrance right here spawned a fragrance line of just amazing fragrances, in my opinion. All 4 versions of this scent profile are great, but I truly believe this is the one. The original is the one to really take your collection to that next level, because it's not a typical designer, though it does remind me a little bit of the all-time classic in Fahrenheit. That's why I said it's kind of like a reimagining in some ways, without being the exact same fragrance, but there's a clear familiarity here with that profile. The quality here is decent. The performance here is above average. Again, there's a smoothness to it, a fruity sweetness, while still maintaining some warmth, some resinous qualities, and a slightly powdery, slightly petroleum-like violet note, like I said, that provides that familiarity that's all-time great type of stuff in this Brioni Eau de Parfum. Now, if you want something strong, that's darker, resinous, and masculine, Boss Bottled Elixir might be the one for you to try. This is like, it's rich. It's one of the better elixir flankers that has come out of the designer market in recent years since they got on this elixir trend. This is top 3 elixir flanker in my opinion. And while it doesn't smell exactly like the Boss Bottled DNA, as an individual, if you judge it by itself, it's one of the better designer fragrances on the market. If you like the darker, resinous scent profiles. Again, this is not just typical basic sweet designer. The modern designers are very aquatic and or sweet. Powdery's the new thing. Not that it's something new. It's kind of it's an end trend these days. This isn't loaded with powder. This isn't overdone with sweetness. It's not boring. This can definitely elevate anyone's collection. And of course, everybody likes a really good performer, right? You might want to look into this one. It's damn good. It's Boss Bottled Elixir. Now, even with the newest parfum flanker coming out, which I want to spend more time with before I start giving it flowers and topic lists for, needing to be good with this and good with that, because, yeah, it is really good. We're talking about the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal line. It's fantastic, but still, until further notice, the one that I think will take your collection to the next level is definitely the Extreme. This is Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. So there's a nice earthy tobacco note here, a juicy plum that's not overly sweet. You still get that creamy, bitter almond DNA. You get great performance here. The quality is fantastic. It's Guerlain. If there's one thing Guerlain is fantastic at, it is perfumery. And this line is magnificent. It's a highly collectible line. If you resonate with this DNA, there's not a bad fragrance in the line. Even the quirky ones like Sport and Cool. But the Extreme, this is high-level stuff for the money. You can get this one in the $90 to $100 price point. From discount is when you can find it in stock. I'm not sure if it's in stock in the link that'll be down below. I didn't check any of these before filming this video, but this stuff, special. So special. Spicy without being overdone. It's not a nose-tingling, overdone peppered spice. Man, this is some good stuff. Masculine yet modern, not too overly sweet. Still has a lot of the sweetness of the DNA, but man, damn near a masterpiece. Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. Now, I will continue to say that this is a must-try for as long as it's readily available on the market. We're talking about Vertus Vanilla Oud. This is a great way to elevate your collection. Even if you're not a big fan of ouds, this isn't overdone, super funky oud, There's a little bit of funk here, but it's more of a warm, spicy, saffron-dominant, burnt, smoky vanilla, resinous fragrance, warm and ambery, super intoxicating. For being an oud fragrance, this is crazy alluring and attractive. Performance is stellar on this. The sillage is a magnificent cloud that is going to follow you all throughout your day. Still, one of the 5 best fragrances I have ever smelled. This was the first fragrance that came to mind with this topic. I firmly believe that you can elevate your wardrobe and your collection with this fragrance. Now, it's not a great daily wear, and it's terrible for the summer. But in cooler weather, stepping out for special events, evenings, dinner dates, going have drinks, this is next level. Vertus Vanilla Oud. This next one's a little classy, a little dressy. Doesn't get a lot of love like it deserves. But this is special. I wore its parfum flanker a few days ago at the recording of this. We're talking about Ralph's Club Elixir. Speaking of Elixir flankers, this one doesn't get the kind of love and or hype at all that it deserves. The iris they used here seems to be of higher quality. It's not your typical designer makeup bag, mega powder bomb, waxy iris. It's a little on the earthy side. It's powdery, but it's not overdone. There's a smoky, earthy, woody vetiver smell here. It has class and elegance. This is the dressy fragrance in the line. It has that earthy, violety type of smell to the iris. This is special. I think it doesn't get the kind of love that it deserves, and this is a must-try for you iris lovers because it's an elevated experience. It's not, again, it's not typical designer, especially not the iris fragrance I expected from Ralph Lauren, which I love. Most of what Ralph Lauren puts out, great mid-level designer fragrances, but this is a higher level because, again, I think they used a more natural Florentine iris here because it smells like a more natural orris Florentine iris. This is some good stuff, great performer. Beautiful fragrance. If you're looking for something slightly dressier, not so casual, and you want to elevate yourself, but you don't want the typical sweet powder bombs like your Dior Homme Intenses, your Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Parfums. You want that next level, but you don't want to spend next level money. Check out Ralph's Club Elixir. Now this is just a fun one. Super attractive, great evening wear, great in the cooler weather. It checks a lot of boxes with sweet, spicy, boozy, and warm with great performance. It's stronger with you, absolutely. You really can't go wrong with most of the fragrances in this line. I like all of them personally, but not everybody feels that way. I've seen people say if you have one, you have them all. Sure, they share the DNA, that warm, spicy, sweet, dry roasted chestnut. They have that. But some have that little something extra. This is one of the flankers that has that something extra with that warm rum. It doesn't add too much sweetness, but it definitely adds a warm, boozy smell to it. This one's beautiful. There's a lot of people that will argue this is the best one, and I won't fight that argument. It's definitely one of my favorites. Man, this is some really good stuff. I highly encourage you to check this out. If you're looking for a great evening or dinner date type of fragrance that has a little bit of playfulness to it, but is still very much a highly seductive scent profile, this is a great date night option for you. It's Emporio Armani strong with you, absolutely. Known for being relatively affordable from discounters and having some more artistic twists with their scent profiles, this one just, I don't want to say adds class, but it adds something extra to a wardrobe because it's a little different. You gotta like a creamy musk. It's got this fuzzy suede, powdery vanilla. It's very interesting. It's Ital Libre d'Orange. This is Soul of My Soul. Not one a lot of people talk about. I've had it for a few years now, and it actually is quite good. It's like I said, it's on the creamier side of musk with a powdery vanilla, not so much a thick and creamy sweetness, but a powdered sweetness. And then the suede note, it offers kind of this, like picture the hairy grain of a thick cut of suede, high quality suede shoes, something along those lines. Picture that. That's what I mean when I say fuzzy. That brand new fresh cut of suede. That's how this smells. They managed to capture that accord with whatever notes they used to create it. It's actually quite good. Not super highly wearable, but also far from a challenge like a lot of their scents offer. This is a very interesting fragrance. The bottle's more interesting than the rest of them with its color scheme and its label that has kind of this wax seal style to the sticker. But the scent profile here, It's special. It's a great performer. It really speaks to the soul of someone looking to elevate their collection because it doesn't smell like anything else. I've never smelled another fragrance that smells like Soul of My Soul. You might want to look into this one and get a sample. Ital Libre d'Orange, Soul of My Soul. A true masculine floral for anybody looking to really elevate their collection, really step it up. This is a Sri Lankan black pepper bomb. It's super warm and spicy, resinous and very woodsy black rose from Halfeti. This is Zaharoff signature Halfeti black rose. Look at the artwork to this metal plate. That is a three-dimensional plate that is thick. This is a weapon. This is some heavy, resinous, spicy rose. Great performer, super masculine. One of the most masculine rose-dominant fragrances I've ever smelled. This will absolutely elevate your collection immediately because you're more than likely not going to have anything even remotely close to something like this. This is a special fragrance. It's not going to be for everyone. This is a sample first type of fragrance. It might just be too much for you. It's not overly rosy and powdery, but it is very dominant in the black rose, but just as dominant, if not more, in the woods and spices. Warm, rich, and ambery, sticky resin type of fragrance. This is an impressive scent profile that absolutely will elevate your collection just like that. Get a sample and try this. Zaharoff Black Rose. A very photorealistic cigar type of smell. Not super boozy like you would think with the name, but one of the most photorealistic, unlit, quality, hand-wrapped, hand-rolled cigar smells I've ever experienced. This is from Plume Impression. It's called Royal Bourbon. Top 5 tobacco in my collection. Easily. This is special. The sweetness is thick and robust. The fruitiness here is juicy, but not overdone. The spice isn't too heavy. It's well balanced. Man, is this magnificent. Oh my God, is this such a great fragrance. And this was my introduction to the brand, so kudos to Plume Impressions. This is one of the best tobacco fragrances I think exists. Obviously, that's my opinion, and you need to be your own judge, but I would strongly encourage getting a sample of this. There's tons of great tobacco fragrances out there in a world loaded with great tobacco fragrances. To me, this stands taller than almost all of them. This will absolutely elevate your collection. It's Plume Impression Royal Bourbon. Maybe not the fragrance you would be expecting me to really put over in a video topic like this from Argos, but it's the one I reach for the most. I gravitate to this one a lot because it's the freshest fragrance from the house, but it's not really a freshie. It's Birth of Venus from Argos, technically marketed for women. Very unisex. This has peach, fruits, rose. It smells like a fresher, more citrus-dominant version of Adonis Awakens. Their beautiful, masculine, woody rose fragrance. Here you have that DNA, Mysore sandalwood, the red berries smell, that robust Bulgarian rose absolute, but you also have a little touch of dark chocolate and sea salt with other citruses and fruits. This is actually a special fragrance. It's light enough to wear in high heat, but has enough density, thickness, and scent profile character to be more interesting and last in cooler weather. This is special. I highly encourage sampling this one. Of the last 4 or 5 releases, this is the one that I gravitate to the most, even over Triumph of Bacchus Extrait, which is technically my favorite fragrance from the brand because it's just an even higher oil concentration of their best fragrance. Unchanged, just ramped up oil concentration. Here, there's a more interesting development to this one that makes it so much more wearable because of the scent profile. Man, and it is just so good. I just can't imagine too many people smelling that and not being captivated. This is instant elevation in your collection, in your wardrobe. Guys, gals, doesn't matter. Try this fragrance. Get a sample in the link below. It's Birth of Venus from Argos. Well, that's the 10 that I wanted to discuss with you here in this video that I truly believe that if you get your hands on one of these, will instantly elevate your collection and your fragrance wardrobe. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to convince me otherwise. That's why I picked these particular 10 to talk about in this video. Is there others that could have been here? Sure. But these really spoke to me for this particular topic. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. What's that special fragrance for you that kind of just, you felt took your collection to the next level when you got it? Are you interested in checking any of these out? Like I said, I'll try to have links down below for everything. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the 10 that I discussed in this video and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Who knows? Have a good one, guys.